Hi, my name is Jose Avila, and this is my visual argument image. It's based off my position essay, which is stopping hate speech. And basically, when I came up with it, I'm kind of had the idea of, somebody portraying that hate speech onto somebody else. And the visual that you're seeing here, not that it has to pertain to the actual act of it, but I wanted to show how, the person that is portraying that hate speech onto somebody else is, can seem bigger and larger, more aggressive, and that's kind of, putting that on somebody else. And I wanted to show, when you're the victim of hate speech, you feel smaller and, at times just don't know how to deal with it. Um, I did want to emphasize that hate speech can be, you know, obviously, as you can see on the pic, it's based off religion, race, gender, disabilities, and, any of those things that you're kind of portraying onto somebody else. Um, One idea that I did have with it was showing, how clear, the obvious uh, ways that you're portraying it to somebody else is, and that's why I chose to leave it, in focus. And of obviously the speech or the main idea is stop hate speech. But, you know, when creating the image, I also thought, okay, well, when people are in that mode or in that state, they kind of decide like, I'm gonna portray this to somebody else, but at the same time, you know, the person portraying it is kind of blurred by anger and any personal ideas they have that why they're doing it, which could be any, it could be, an experience or, the way they were brought up or anything, but, you're kind of blurred by those ideas and not seeing, the reality that, it is wrong and you shouldn't as a human being be portraying that to somebody else. And I also blurred the person receiving it because when you get hit with these things emotionally, mentally, you're not in that right state of mind because now you feel like, attacked and you can't respond in a way that you would feel that is a way that, I guess to deter that kind of, what they're pushing on you. So that's kind of why I decided to go with the blurred vision on both because I feel like they're not at the right state of mind, the person giving it and the person receiving it, it's not, they're not on the same, they're not at a place where a normal person could have a conversation. So that's kind of what I came up with it. I feel like it could be used on any media. I could see it in a in a bus station. I could see it in a school. I could see it out in the community on a billboard. And I feel like, you know, the image itself shows, him kind of leaning in for a punch, but it's not necessarily physical because obviously this is something that's verbal, but you can kind of see where it's kind of pouring down on the person receiving it, and that's kind of what I wanted to get across is that, when somebody's attacking you with those kinds of things, whether wherever it's coming from, whether it's like I said, personal experience or something else, it's you're bringing that person to where they're almost closed down and smaller and you close their their personal space to where they're just feeling attacked. So that's kind of where I came up with this image. I hope it gets the point across, but I mean it's I hope it speaks for itself and I hope it's something that can relate to my my position essay. Thank you.